The 2007 Boston Metropolitan Immigrant Health and Legal Status Survey finds that the Census Bureau estimates of Brazilian migrants residing in metropolitan Boston is 29% lower than what we find it to be, and the estimate of the foreign-born Dominican population is likely to be as much as 22% lower. So the first major finding is that the number of legal and unauthorized migrants living in the Boston metropolitan area is understated by the Census Bureau. I think there are a number of reasons why it's important. First of all, being counted in the census is extremely important for various reasons. One is just having representation of your community politically, and that includes not just having a voice in Congress, but it also includes real resources, financial resources being directed toward your community. Another reason is just to have an informed debate about anything related to immigration, whether it be unauthorized migration and access to health insurance and medical care, whether any of the proposed legislative changes to health care that is presently being debated in D.C., whether that's going to cover immigrants. That's another important reason why it's important to have credible statistical data on the proportion of migrants by legal status who do not have insurance. None of the proposed policy changes currently being considered, for example, would cover unauthorized migrants. So it's important to know how many we're talking about. I think that given that Brazilian migrants have 7 out of 10 in their population who are residing in the country illegally, and on the other hand, Dominicans who have only about 1 in 10, those represent, if you will, the bookends of the spectrum of unauthorized residency status representation among all foreign-born groups in the United States. Mexicans, for example, have an estimated 50% of their residents who are living in the United States unauthorized. So whether you're talking about Brazilians or Dominicans in the Boston metropolitan area, or Mexicans in Los Angeles or San Diego or in Texas or in Chicago, where the proportion of unauthorized falls in between these two populations, you're talking about issues that are important to the entire country. But having data like these allows us to look at how legal status per se and other factors influence the socioeconomic integration of migrants in any regional area of the United States, and how legal status and these other factors could influence that. I think the most valuable aspect of this study is the provisioning of information that can allow people who maintain different ideological perspectives, different opinions about the value or costs of immigrants in the United States, to have a more informed discussion.